Good afternoon and welcome to the March 18th meeting of the HBDC. I am Darcy Sequin, Chair of this board. After our Vice Chair, Tim Gilmore, reads the Governor's Directive, we will proceed with a roll call to establish a quorum. Tim?
Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 28, 2025 signing of Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2025, extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, until June 30th, 2027. This meeting of the Chatham Historic Business District Commission is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that people who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 1-508-945-4410, conference ID 921-645-343 hashtag, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, Xfinity Channel 1072, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. If anyone else is recording the meeting, including the use of AI note-taking apps, please notify the chair. In accordance with town policy, the public can speak to any issue, hearing, or business item on the agenda during the meeting when recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Tim. Now we'll do a roll call. Bob Burns?
Bob Burns is here.
Tim Gilmore is here.
Sam Strivert is here.
Doug Grattan is here.
And Darcy Sequin is here. Also, Sarah Clark, Central Permitting Planner, is here, and Chantel Kilkenny, Community Development Secretary. Does anyone have anything with the minutes? Any corrections, additions, subtractions? Hearing none.
Doug Grattan will make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Bob Burns approves, and Bob Burns, or second, Bob
There
Burns
you go.
approves, excuse me.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam?
And Sam Strivert approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And I was absent, so I won't vote. All right, what do we have first, Doug?
Under the signs, application 26-018, Flaherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company. Application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street. And the proposed sign complies with the signs bylaw.
Good afternoon. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you'd like to do.
Good afternoon. Mike Caggiano from Plymouth Sign Company. And as you can see, I have 4 applications. We'll go through sign 1 through 4.
Do the first one first, yes.
Thank you. So we're proposing over at 470 Main Street. Fat Face is rebranding to Faraday. So on sign 1, what we're looking to do is remove the old letters and put the new letters up, putting them in the same location, using the same bracket, and keeping the same square footage.
Okay, what is the material?
It is 3/4-inch PVC.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Doug?
I have no questions.
Sam?
So I appreciate the rectilinear layout over the curved,
Okay, thank you.
so it could be a little further down, mounted down, closer to the window, maybe 2 inches. It's just a subtlety.
Yeah, well,
If you can,
what we're trying to do is try to utilize the existing bracket that's there.
I understand.
Yeah.
No other questions.
Bob?
Colors, polo blue, is that correct? And Arcadia white?
Yes,
Okay, no further questions.
thank you.
Any lighting present?
I believe if there's existing lighting there now, but nothing is going to change.
Okay, and do you have any idea as far as the lighting, would it be on during business hours only?
That I do not know.
Okay,
I can find that out, or I would assume so,
okay.
but I'm not, I don't know.
Okay, no further questions.
Thanks.
And I have no questions.
So Doug Grattan would like to make a motion under signs, application 26-018, Faherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company. Application to install a wall sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam?
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
Darcy Sequin approves. Okay. Just
Thank you.
reintroduce yourself again, please.
Of course. Mike Caggiano from Plymouth Sign Company, here again for 470 Main Street,
Chairman,
looking
should I read
to
it?
rebrand.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I
Sorry.
need to read it into the record, I'm
Our
sorry.
clerk has to read your application, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. So-
Thanks, Doug.
That's okay. Doug Grant will make a motion under signs, Doug, under signs, application 26-019, it's gonna be a long night. Faherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company, application to install a hanging sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street. And the proposed hanging sign complies with the sign bylaw. The sign is not located over a public sidewalk.
Thank you, Doug. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mike Caggiano from Plymouth Sign Company. Again, rebranding for 470 Main Street. It's an existing projecting blade sign where we're just putting two new faces inside the existing frame, using the same sign, painting it, and using the same existing brackets. So we'll just push the faces right into the sign.
So is the
Nothing
background,
increases, I'm sorry?
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, nothing increases, no change of location, size.
Okay, just a quick question. Is the background sign different from the previous sign that we just approved? The blue
Yes,
is,
the background, the last sign was individual letters.
right,
This is a background sign.
right.
It has a blue background.
Okay,
The other letters were individual letters. So there was, the background was the brick on the building.
no, I just wondered about the blue itself, because you had a different.
Yes, it's a different blue.
Okay.
Yes.
That was
Thank
my
you.
only question.
Yeah, thanks,
Okay.
sorry.
That's okay. Bob, you want to start off? You have any questions?
No, I think it looks great, so no questions. Thank
Tim?
you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I think it looks very good for the district. Question on the sunshine, the logo, is that a logo affiliated with the business?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sam?
I had a question. Is the sign on the awning the one we're doing, or we're talking about the square sign left of the window?
It's the hanging
Left of the door?
wall sign.
Oh, the hanging wall sign. Oh, okay. Yes, I have no questions.
And I have no questions.
Okay.
So Doug Grant will make a motion under signs, application 26-019, Faherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company. Application to install a hanging sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves.
Thank you.
Okay. Next application, Doug.
Application 26020, Faherty, Plymouth Sign Company. Application to install an awning sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street, and the proposed sign complies with the sign bylaw.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mike Caggiano from Plymouth Sign Company. What we'd like to do is our existing awning, we're recovering it and changing the lettering from Fat Face to Faherty. And I believe, I know you have a sample color of the
We
awning,
do.
but I brought another one just in case. It's a navy blue.
Okay. Does anybody need a close-up of that?
I do not.
I'm fine.
Okay, Doug, do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
I have no questions.
Tim?
I have no questions.
No questions from
I
Bob
have no
Burns.
questions.
So Doug Grant will make a motion under signs, application 26-020, Faherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company, application to install an awning sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Thank you.
All right. Tell them we said good luck to them.
Okay, so under signs, application 26-021, Faherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company, application to install a ladder board on the existing wall sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street.
Mike Caggiano from Plymouth Sign Company. On this here, it's an existing directory, and that faces on that directory. We would like to cover over that name
Oh,
with
here we are.
Verity. So that way it's gone, yeah.
Okay. Doug, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Sam?
So I have no questions.
Bob?
No questions.
I have no questions. Maybe for the edification of the public watching, could you tell us what Faraday does?
It's a clothing store,
Okay, thank you.
yes.
Okay, and I have no questions. Thank you.
So Doug Grau will make a motion under signs, application 26-021, Faherty, care of Plymouth Sign Company, application to install a ladder board on the existing wall sign on the structure located at 470 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves.
Excellent, thank you.
very much.
All right,
Have
thank
a
you.
good day.
Okay.
Okay, what's up next,
We
Doug?
have alterations/additions, application 26-022, TK Sports Bar, care of Plymouth Sign Company, application to replace the awnings on the structure located at 1077 Main Street.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. I'm Trish Kennedy. I'm an owner of TK Sports Bar,
Welcome.
but it's not named after me. It's named after my husband, who's Tom Kennedy. And I am asking to replace the existing awnings that are on the building now, navy blue awnings, with a more vintage style awning, in keeping with a historic business district. They would still be navy blue. I do have a sample of the navy,
Okay, great.
if you'd like to see it.
Dark.
And I believe you guys have photographs of the change to the awning. There is no signage on the awning.
I just have a question for you. Where the brackets are, you're showing on the illustration that there are white, white on the awning. Is that just for
That's just to
illustration
show you where the
purposes?
curve would be.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I
They're
thought.
not actually white, they would be navy blue.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. Thank
Yes.
you. Okay, Doug, do you have any questions?
No, I think it's a nice improvement, and I like the change.
This looks terrible. And I have no questions. It's going to be an addition. Thank you.
Thank you.
A question, that the proposed awning, will that come further out from the building?
It's the same measurement.
same-
When you measure it with a
Same
ruler,
measurements.
yes. It does, it does look like that, but if you measure it, it's the
The
same.
same? And
Yes.
then it'll be navy blue?
Yes.
And how about the scallop thing on the bottom?
It looks just like that.
Okay, I'm not a,
It's a very vintage style from the earlier, about 1940s.
oh, it is,
Yes,
okay. All
and
right,
we're
no
going for
no further questions.
more vintage style.
Thank you.
And the entire awning, is that going to be the navy? The white outlines that I'm looking at, that's just for us to,
That's just so you can see the curve.
thank you.
Yes, it's
No-
completely navy.
No questions.
Okay, and I have no questions.
So Doug Grau will make a motion, add additions/alterations, application 26-022, TK Sports Bar, care of Plymouth Sign Company, application to replace the awnings on the structure located at 1077 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, what's next?
Next, we have a pre-application conference, Chatham Productions LLC, care of Victoria Clark, application to discuss the plans and elevations for the renovations and additions located at 776 Main Street.
Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you? I want to thank you for taking the time to review this project with us. So as I had shared with Sarah, the early phase renderings as well as floor plans. This is very similar to what we had been working on with the board back in 2021. The biggest difference is obviously now the back portion of the property will be primarily a parking lot. But as you can see, the Washington Taylor House has a slight addition on the back portion of it. and the former Monomoy Theater building has a larger addition. We intend to match the exterior elevate the materials, trim, doors, window grid patterns to everything that's existing. We just kind of wanted to share and get some feedback on the look to make sure that it was still something that the board thought matched within the historic district look-wise.
Okay, just want you to understand that there would be no vote today, just
Yes.
just some
fine.
suggestions. All right, does anybody have anything they'd like to say?
No, I think it's, a great improvement on what's the property now, and, I don't have no problem with the addition in the back, so the materials look very nice and in keeping with what was proposed before, so at this point, I don't have any more questions.
Sam?
The only thing I'd like to, I thought we worked quite hard to get the restaurant block to match the trim as closely as possible of the front, the antique building. And the drawings in a couple of places show that, but not all of them show clapboards. I guess that's what you plan to put on the outside, is clapboards. And
I'm sorry.
so I just want to be sure that we're trying to match the proportions and the trim set that the restaurant block has.
That is definitely our intention. I'll make a note of that. That might have just been something our architect missed, because that is something we intend to do, is to match the trim from the Washington Taylor house on the other building. So I can make a note of that to make sure that that is accurate. Thank you for pointing that out.
Anything else? Sam?
The commercial spaces, could you give us a light on what kinds of things you envision for various parts of the building?
For the Washington Taylor house, that kind of on the first floor, we were thinking traditional retail, which I believe some of the options allowed by right in the GB2 are office, antiques, different types of stores that are in Maine downtown. So we're kind of open to what is the need of the market, obviously, for commercial space. At this point, we don't have any specific uses, people or companies or uses lined up for the building, but we anticipate that we'll be able to find tenants to put in the retail spaces and commercial spaces, just based upon a need.
Dress shops and gift shops of whatever sort? What, could it be a yoga studio or
Sam?
dance studio?
It's
or-
kind of out of our purview to say what's going
Okay.
to go in there.
In the former theater, your drawing shows a projecting stage. Is the stage going to be retained, or how are you going to handle the different level?
I personally think we intend to keep the stage. I'm not entirely positive. Obviously, it depends on what kind of commercial use goes in there, if it can stay. I do think part of the interior, our intention is to keep it right now. That's all I kind of
I mean,
know.
okay,
All set?
yeah, those are the things that I was concerned with.
Tim?
My question would be, were you able to save any of the architecture or anything relative to the theater portion in order to reincorporate that into the new proposed structure? Was that viable?
Do you mean materials or the actual shape, I guess? Or do you mean both?
I guess both.
I'm not entirely positive of how the actual physical materials of the former theater itself will hold up. I believe our understanding is we will have to reframe it completely, but our intention is to, regardless of what work we have to do to make it, basically it's designed to look exactly as it is now. So that's our hope. Obviously, until we really get in there and start taking a look at the floor, the framing, the windows, et cetera, to know if anything's still usable, that kind of, until we start getting in there in the weeds, I don't have an answer yet.
Okay, thank you.
Bob?
One question, the restaurant is a new build-out, is that correct, next to the theater?
Yes.
It's a new build-out. The theater, the front entrance, you'll try to keep that looking like the current entrance
Yes.
to the theater. And I think that was in this plan that we reviewed, I think it was a year ago or whatever. So one other question, parking. With all of this, the restaurant and all of the office space, what are your thoughts about parking?
We've been working on a site plan with our civil engineer, which is why we didn't present it because it's not completed yet. But all of the parking will go, because the whole lot, even though when we subdivided it with the intention of putting individual single-family homes on the back, the whole lot is just about 2.6 acres or so. So most of all the parking requirements, we will be able to fit parking. It'll be off of Depot Road and it will be back behind both buildings.
Okay, so it'll be off, the entrance will be off of Depot, there'll be parking there. And
Yes,
then
and there'll be,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and there'll be hardscaping and walkways connecting the parking to the buildings as well as coming off of Main Street itself. So if people are walking up from Main Street, they'll be able to access the entrances to the commercial space.
And will there be an entrance from Main Street?
For parking, no,
No.
just because of the building addition to the theater is, I believe it's like 20 feet from the setback from the property line on the right side, so that it would be too narrow to add an entrance that way. And I believe my understanding of different rules there are in the town with traffic flow, it wouldn't make sense to have an entrance from Main Street to the parking lot as well as Depot Road, just due to the Washington Taylor House itself is so close to the
Road.
I think that's the westerly setback side of property line, so having something come that way wouldn't make sense. So I think due to different limitations of the property as well as traffic flow rules, only having access from Depot Road is the only way we can do it.
And
To have,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is my understanding of how that we have to do the parking.
And no idea of how many spaces you would need up off of Depot yet?
Off of the top of my head, I do not know. I know our engineer and our architect have been working on the calculation, but I believe the number is over 100, and there is space for it back there.
100 spaces up top.
Yes,
Then you're going to have a walkway and whatever
Yes.
down to the retail, commercial.
yes, that is correct.
Okay, no further questions.
So is the entire two buildings going to be clapboard at this point?
So the Washington Taylor House, I think Greg is on the meeting and he can get into it a little
Okay.
bit more. Material, sorry, I know.
Okay,
Good afternoon.
good
Yeah, so
afternoon.
if you look at the existing Washington Taylor House currently, the front and the two sides are clapboarded, and the back part of it has white cedar shingles. This is one of the questions we have for the board. Our architect has shown it so that he has the front of the gable on the restaurant and the main entrance to the commercial space, which was the former theater, being in clapboard. And then to break it up, he was showing the rest of it and white cedar shingle. But if the board prefers to have the front and the two sides as the clapboard, and then a white painted clapboard similar to the Washington Taylor House, and then the backside just having the white cedar shingles on, we have no problem with that either way. That's kind of one of the things we're looking to get feedback from you on. And in regards to the trim details, you're right, Sam, we had gone through that probably like 4 years ago when we were looking at it. I think the problem is that his drawing, from the rendering to his architectural drawings, he doesn't have the details on there yet, but no. The intention was to have the details of the front-facing elevation match the front-facing elevation details of the Washington Taylor House. And on the backside of the Washington Taylor House, they don't have this ornate trim. They just have the standard, 1x5, 1x6 corner boards and whatnot. And that's what we would put on the rest of it to match it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clark. Does anybody have any comments about the shingles and the clapboards?
I personally like the breakup of the shingles with the clapboards and not just all
Okay.
the clapboard. I think that's a nice touch and gives it some texture, so I'd be in
Okay.
favor of that.
All right. Sam, how do you feel about that? Sam?
I'm just
Clapboard
I'm
and-
looking at the layout. No, I don't, I'm okay with clapboard and
shingles?
mixed with various parts of weathering shingles.
I'd like the combination of clapboard and shingles.
Okay.
And white cedar shingles.
Tim?
Yeah, I'd agree with Bob on a combination with the white.
Yep, I think so too. Okay, does anybody have any other comments?
I do not.
I have a quick question. In the plans, A1.1 is a restaurant floor plan. And AWTH, A1.1 is a level 1 floor plan. Are they alternates, or are you coming to?
I think that was, so the A1.1 WTH is the first floor of the Washington Taylor House. I think
Oh, I
because,
see, yes.
yeah. It was just he labeled them similarly, but he signified them separately so that we could identify the Washington Taylor House separately, just because they technically have the same address.
Okay. Victoria, do you have any more questions for us?
No, I think that was pretty much it, but
Okay.
thank you guys for your time, and we appreciate your feedback, and we'll be back in front
right.
of the board hopefully soon with a formal
I
application.
do have one more question. Are you going before the planning board and zoning board? Do you have a,
We don't have
application
a
in?
date,
okay,
but we will, I believe we will have to go in front of the planning board. But because a restaurant is a special condition use, I do not know, I do not believe that means we have to go in front of the zoning board. But I know that typically, I don't know what the planning board's timeline is right now for applications,
Okay.
but, so that is the intention.
okay, all right. Thank you. Sarah?
Thank you guys so much.
Madam Chair, just for clarification to the applicant, when the commission was speaking about the mix of clapboards and white cedar shingles, specifically for the theater building, were you looking to have the front facade of the theater building be the mix, or did you want to see that as all clapboards? Because as shown in the renderings, that is a mix.
I looked at it as, on A1, I looked at it as what the plan shows, with clapboard on the Washington Taylor House and the mix on the theater building, but let's clarify it with the rest of
Because
the
they had
commission.
discussed possibly doing
Is that-
claps on the front and side facades and
Mm-hmm.
white cedar on the rear, which would also technically be a mix of, so I just wanted clarification for the applicant, so when they do file with you, it's not a lot of continuations for changes.
Right, so it's pretty much what the plan
That's what I was
shows.
the impression of, yes.
But the WTH plans is clearly a demolition of the existing.
Demolition, it's a renovation.
It's the outline doesn't match.
There's an addition to the back half of the property, and there would be demolition on the interior because of the existing staircases due to, the existing floor plan just didn't really work with how we were planning to, lay out the retail spaces. When we provide our formal application, I believe part of the requirement is on the floor plans, we have to outline what is an addition to versus the existing building, which obviously you can't really tell right now, but it is in the back portion of the building. But I can make sure that is clear when we come back with a formal proposal where the additions are on this building.
That would be good. It's always good to show the, pre-existing and what is going to be remodeled, that it's great. Are you
Okay, I'll make
good?
sure we do that.
Okay? You okay?
Yeah,
All right, anybody else before
I
we
don't think we
follow?
should allow the demolition of the existing building.
Oh, let's not go there. No,
That's what they did. They are going there.
they're renovating. They didn't ask for a
You know,
demolition.
you can't move walls off their foundation.
That's another topic, totally. Okay, thank you, Victoria and Mr. Clark, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we
Okay.
have, under additions/alterations, I have application 26-015, Paul Cook and Kathleen McGuire, care of William Litchfield Esquire. Application to construct an addition and relocate the bulkhead on the dwelling located at 294 Orleans Road.
Good afternoon, you made
Good
it.
afternoon, members of the board. Bill Litchfield here on behalf of Paul Cook and Kate McGuire, who may be with us virtually. Yes, Kate is here.
We are, yes.
Great.
There are 3 applications, but they're sort of intertwined. But given that the first one has to do with the residence itself, this area is perhaps somewhat less visible than your last hearing. This is at 70, on Orleans Road, rather, not at Main Street, 294 Orleans Road in North Chatham, sort of diagonally across from the Chatham Health Club, a couple of doors down from my office, if you know where that is. The McGuires have owned this property for some time. They'd like to make some changes to make it more livable, which involves, as in this application, a small bump out to the front of the house on the Route 28 side, the relocation of the bulkhead on the left-hand side when you're standing in Orleans Road, and also in addition on the rear, although that is not visible from a public way or a park or anything else. I'll certainly be happy to speak to you about it, but it's not visible. You have the specifications for the materials, and be happy to answer any questions. This is a much smaller aspect of the three applications before you.
Okay. Doug, do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
Sam?
No questions.
Bob?
I have no questions.
I have no questions.
And I have no questions.
So Doug Rat will make a motion under additions/alterations, application 26-015, Paul Cook and Kathleen McGuire, care of William Litchfield Esquire, application to construct an addition and relocate the bulkhead on the dwelling located at 294 Orleans Road as presented.
Bob Burns second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam?
Sam Stravert approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Our next application is demolition/new construction. Application 26-016, Paul Cook and Kathleen McGuire, care of William Litchfield Esquire. Application to demolish the existing garage the existing garage located at 294 Orleans Road.
Thank you. Bill Litchfield here once again in regard to the proposal that Paul and Kate have for this property. We don't really know precisely how old the existing garage is. It was built sometime sometime after 1959. It is not historic, however, and the applicants would like to demolish it and replace it with a somewhat larger structure. If you have the two-dimensional plans in front of you, obviously, it isn't as clear as it should be that the right-hand side of that elevation is set far back from the road. It has a feeling of looking parallel to the main house, which it is not. The existing garage is literally right at the property line. We are moving it a little bit further to the left, further away from the property line. We'll still be visiting with Sarah's other board, the ZBA, in regard to the relocation of that structure. But we are proposing to have some living space upstairs as well. It's somewhat similar to the existing structure, but it is taller. And again, you have the specifications, and be happy to, and that site plan, thank you, shows that it is significantly further back from the road. On the left-hand side is the proposed garage, or rather the existing garage to be raised, and then a replacement structure will be placed approximately the same location, a little bit further away from the lot line.
Okay. Doug?
I have no questions.
I have no questions.
I have no questions.
No questions.
And I have no questions.
So Doug Rat will make a motion on a demolition/new construction. Application 26-016, Paul Cook and Kathleen McGuire, care of William Litchfield Esquire. Application to demolish the existing garage located at 294 Orleans Road as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Ratton approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves. Okay, one more.
Next application is application 26-017, Paul Cook and Kathleen McGuire, care of William Litchfield Esquire. Application to construct a garage located at 294 Orleans Road.
Please introduce yourself.
Essentially, the second part of my prior remarks, Paul and Kate would like to replace what's there now, as I explained, with a similar structure for which you have the information.
Okay. Doug?
No questions.
Sam?
No questions.
No questions.
Bill, just a question on that front door. Is it a door?
Yes, yep.
Is that going to be a sliding door, or is that swing open?
Spare with me 1 second while I pull out the specs.
That's the garage door?
Yes.
Yeah, Kate, can you guide me on that? Is that going to be a typical open from the middle to the left and the right? I assume so.
It's actually a standard garage door, so it,
Roll-up door.
yeah, it'll be a
Solid.
roll-up.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was my question. Thank you. I have no further questions.
Yeah, I think in the specs it said it was going to be a white door, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Okay. All right, any other
Yes.
questions? Go ahead, Doug.
So Doug Rat will make a motion under application 26-017, Paul Cook and Kathleen McGuire, care of William Litchfield Esquire. Application to construct a garage located at 294 Orleans Road as presented.
Bob Burns, second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Darcy Sequin approves.
Sam Stryver approves.
Doug Ratton approves.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have administrative approval/exemptions. Application 26-014, Chatham Cape LLC, care of Mitchell's Landscaping. Ratification of a certificate of exemption to replace the sidewall and rotted trim on the structure located at 1547 Main Street.
And who was honored to do that one?
This was Tim and Doug, and they reviewed it under the exemption to, just trying to get my screen to share, and it's not doing that. Replace siding and rotted trim.
Okay. Doug?
So Doug Grant will make a motion on administrative approval / exemptions, application 26-014, Chatham Cape LLC, care of Mitchell Landscaping, ratification of a certificate of exemption to replace the sidewall and rod trim on the structure located at 1547 Main Street as presented.
Bob Burns second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves.
Next, we have application 26-023, Broadmeadow, 235 Orleans, 3 LLC, care of Howardsport Heating and Cooling, ratification of a certificate of exemption to replace the exterior mechanicals AC condensers located at 235 Orleans Road.
This exemption was reviewed by Darcy and Doug, and it was to replace the 2 existing condensers that are under the deck at the rear of the structure.
Okay.
So Doug Grant will make a motion under application 26-023, Broadmeadow, 235 Orleans LLC, care of Howardsport Heating and Cooling, ratification of a certificate of exemption to replace the exterior mechanicals AC condensers located at 235 Orleans Road as presented.
Bob Burns second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves. Do we have one more, Doug?
Doug Grattan makes a motion to adjourn.
Bob Burns second, and Bob Burns approves.
Tim Gilmore approves.
Sam Stryber approves.
Doug Grattan approves.
And Darcy Sequin approves. Thank you very much.